Support WrestleTalk!
Visit WrestleTalk.com. Ronda Rousey versus Alexa Bliss made for SummerSlam. Sasha Banks or Bayley possibly getting traded to SmackDown. And Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley is a thing again. I'm Ollie Davis. Click for Eye Above My Head for what you thought of the show, where you can choose from in or core, average, poor and bore, as I review the 16th of July 2018 edition of Monday Night Raw in about 4 minutes. Kurt Angle opened Raw with the biggest pop of the night, revealing he's going to strip Brock Lesnar of his Universal Championship. Brock's tag team partner Paul Heyman ran down for the save though, hastily confirming Lesnar will defend his title at SummerSlam on his quest to become both the UFC and Universal Champions. This brought out an assortment of mid to upper card Raw wrestlers to say why they should face Lesnar. Bobby Lashley had beaten Roman Reigns the previous night. Drew McIntyre wanted to start phase 2 of the Galloway expanded universe. Seth Rollins is the most over guy on the show. Elias has an album out soon. Finn Balor won something 2 years ago, I think. And the big dog Roman Reigns is the big dog Roman Reigns. All compelling arguments. So Kurt booked 2 triple threat matches to decide the contenders to become Brock's #1 contender. That's right. Shamefully, the most over act from Extreme Rules didn't even get a mention. The clock was robbed. Constable Corbs complained to Kurt that he should have been in a 3-way, but Kurt pointed out he lost to Balor the previous night. Roman Reigns lost as well, Kurt. The first triple threat was a fantastic bout between Reigns, McIntyre and Balor, which terrifically showcased Drew's strengths, including an Undertaker dive over the top rope to the outside. But despite McIntyre looking the most dominant and Balor being the most over with a fiery comeback sequence, Reigns pinned Finn for the win, because of course he did. The crowd didn't much react to Dolph Ziggler's in-ring promo, nor much to the non-title Bobby Roode match that followed. They went a decent amount of time, but Roode losing clean is just another reminder of how far the former NXT champion has fallen. At least they made Ziggler look competent by himself for a change. An intense Mojo Rawley beat Tyler Breeze with a vicious Alabama slam. Kurt told Bayley that if her and Sasha Banks can't get on, one will get traded to SmackDown. Bayley presumably looked unhappy about this, because they both want to go to SmackDown because it's a better show. Alicia and Dana Brooke are still both employed by WWE! And they even picked up a lame win here, as the referee disqualified Bayley and Banks because Sasha wouldn't stop wrestling a tag match. Immediately backstage afterwards, Banks blurted out that she loves Bayley. I genuinely thought they were gonna kiss for a moment there. I've seen too many of that kind of movie. And by that kind of movie, I mean romantic comedies. Sasha then stormed out of the locker room and hopefully off to SmackDown, because she's always said that's her favourite show in interviews anyway. Braun Strowman explained he doesn't have to do anything for the title because he's got the Money in the Bank briefcase, which means he's due for a pointless filler feud for the next month. The B-Team are still celebrating their Extreme Rules win, and the Revival are still watching on thinking what the Terry Funk happened to their careers. The Deleters of Worlds announced they'll be getting their rematch. Alexa Bliss's standard 10-minute long promo was mercifully cut short by Ronda Rousey awesomely appearing in the crowd. Showing WWE can book stars when they want to, Ronda then beat up Mickie James and then went after Bliss, prompting Kurt to book her versus Alexa for the women's title at SummerSlam. And Constable Corbs couldn't warn Stephanie because Kurt had stolen his phone. The guy's got a phone addiction, it's sad really. Authors of Pain squashed Titus Worldwide. Sarah Logan beat Ember Moon thanks to some Liv Morgan interference. Moon has yet to have an actual storyline since being called up 4 months ago. And then we got the main event of Bobby Lashley versus Seth Rollins versus Elias to set up the same Roman versus Lashley match we saw the previous night, which the crowd audibly weren't into and already has a definitive winner. Although not as good as the opener, the triple threat was again very entertaining, with Rollins being so hot right now as usual. And the story was there for him to win it, setting up Rollins versus Reigns, Shield brothers forced to fight each other to finally slay the Beast Incarnate, and in the good timeline, turn Roman heel out of jealousy, a chance to change these drawn-out out long since deflated plans to put Rollins in the top spot rather than the derided Roman. Instead, we got business as usual. A stubborn old man saying in so many words, "I don't care about you, our most passionate and engaged fans. In fact, I actively resent you." Storytelling, character, the very facets of making a good product trampled into the mat yet again. Lashley speared Elias for the win, making Bobby versus Reigns for a shot at Brock. Square One gets more frustrating every time we find ourselves back here, which is a shame as this was a mostly enjoyable Raw, with very good triple threats and a fun Rousey segment, but their end's bitter taste remains. This week's Raw is poor. What exactly did Daniel Bryan get up to when he was retired? Find out in WrestleTalk's latest joke fantasy booking masterpiece, The Retirement Diaries, by clicking the link on screen now. I've been Ollie Davis, and that was wrestling.